Hello Rovers, and today we're back with another viewer account review. Today we'll be reviewing Drift Knighter or Ducky, and let's see, the request is fixing the account, reviewing of Cartwheel, Danny, and perhaps Jinxie's if possible, probably Tower, and one run of Infinite Run on Wuwa. So we've got quite a bit of things to do today. So let's go! You share Echo sets by the way? Oh no. It's okay. As long as you're not sharing echo sets between Cartethia and Chacona, I think all else is forgiven. I better not see you sharing sets with between Cartethia and Chacona. Alright. Now, at first glance, honestly I would say your crit rate, crit damage, and energy regen on Cartethia looks pretty good. HP is also quite similar to mine, so yeah, you have the signature weapon, nice. And then you have, ooh, this is a 5-5. Why is it a 5-5? Because Cartethia's Resonance Liberation has also a bit of Liberation scaling. So you can consider the Liberation damage bonus as a stat that you need. So this is a 5-5, which is very, very good. This one is 4-5, maybe 4.5 out of 5 because you have the flat HP over there. This one has pretty high crit damage and pretty decent crit rate, like I think high mid-roll. So, all in all, this Echo as well, not bad. A 2.5 out of 5. Flat HP, Cartesian can work with that. Too bad is, I think, lowest roll HP, flat HP. Let's continue to see. 3.5, 10.1 HP. Alright, not bad at all. Okay, another 3.5, highest roll energy regen. Perfect. I would say your Cartesia Echoes are pretty solid. I like. Okay, and everything except for intro. No one really cares about intro, so you're all good. To Chacona, let's see. Chacona, 130% energy regen, perfectly fine. Static miss, okay. You're not a gun lover. I see what you are. You're not a pistol lover. Okay, Nightmare Kelpie. But I say this is not bad. Honestly, between Nightmare Kelpie and, like, I know this is not the correct set, but between Nightmare Kelpie and the Fleur-de-Lis one, I still prefer Fleur-de-Lis one because Nightmare Kelpie, you have to switching out Resonator with Ultra Skill summons Nightmare Kelpie, which is like, yeah, it's not bad, but the utility that Fleur-de-Lis gives, right, is pretty strong because Fleur-de-Lis attacks hits so much to the point that it's almost like a stagnation field. So you see the boss when when the boss tries to move while it's being hit by Fleur-de-Lis, it goes very slow. It's just like 1, 2, 3, 4 with this like attack animation constantly interrupted, which is why I actually prefer Fleur-de-Lis Echo over the Kelpie. So that could be something you want to keep in mind if you ever do intend to replace this. But this Kelpie Echo itself is actually pretty good. 3.5, pretty high crit rate, pretty good energy regen as well, and attack percentage. So you might not want to replace this too early. Crit rate, energy regen, liberation. Most of your characters are work in progress, and the ones you're seeing are ones you have just to make things at least usable. Fair enough, that's fair enough. This one I would say is okay, not too bad. Probably a 2.5 out of 5, 2.5 because of this liberation damage bonus being lowest roll. God damn it. Otherwise it would have been 3.5. And this one, 2.5. Okay. Sure. 3.5. Double crit. Perfect. Okay, this one. I see. So when you want to work on Chacona, first thing to replace is the Legadia, followed by this Rage against the statue. Keep this Drake. Then maybe you want to work on this Hurriclaw, finally the Kelpie. But that's when you have the resources to do so. For now, honestly, with this 130% energy regen, you are quite okay. It's just that when your Resonance Liberation doesn't hit, you will suffer a wave clear loss where Chacona would have hit with the crit. Because her Liberation actually does quite a bit of damage. Yeah. Honestly, I would say if you ever do have the holy 31, how many Fleur-de-Lis have you murdered? upgrade this Resonance Liberation as well. Because this is a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. I just like go in, boom, 1 burst damage with the ult. Ooh. Okay, S0. Perfectly fine. Shawkeeper with 250% energy regen, that's all you need. Pretty healthy HP. You have the signature weapon, very nice. This is a very interesting choice. Because this cruise swing, you're using it to trigger the electro zaps from the plunderer's token. So cruise swing to activate the plunderer's token is it's not bad. It's not bad. But maybe when you have like a lot of damage, maybe this isn't what you want. Okay, so anyways, this is 3-5 for Shawkeeper. 3-5 for Shawkeeper. You got all the stats that you need. Another 3-5 for Shawkeeper, highest energy regen, perfect. Another 3-5 for Shawkeeper, perfect. And a 3-5 for Shawkeeper. Alright. Your Shawkeeper's eating pretty well. Very good. Zanny. Zanny has good enough energy regen. Crit rate, alright. Crit damage, maybe a little on the low side. Let's see. Oof. 3-5. But this one's oof. A little low crit rate. I mean, when you plus that 20% from the Eternal Radiance is 76.9%, so it's not too bad. This one 3-5, pretty good. And holy, highest raw crit damage, lowest raw crit rate side by side. We go raw crit rate, we don't talk about indirect crit rate. We should factor in the indirect crit rate because you usually hit that 20% crit rate unless you're using Zanny wrongly, which then you will be missing that 20% crit rate. It's like with Frolova, you also consider that 20% crit rate on that set. So if your raw is over 60, perfect. You would have 80% during combat, which is even better. Then 80% on top of Shawkeeper, that will be 92.5%. Even better. So if you miss a crit somehow, then your crappy ass luck is screwing you in the butt. As I digress, this is a pretty good echo. So when you have one higher stat on crit damage or crit rate, and then you get a lower stat on the counterpart, still use that echo because it's so hard to find highest roll. Yeah, but that 21% crit damage is the biggest risk. So only do this when you have a lot of tuners and tubes. Otherwise, for me, it's just +2. Okay, these two are trash, I'll throw it out. It's like rationing your supplies kind of thing. If it were me, I would have missed out on this echo, but that means that I will still be able to raise a lot more echoes to see which ones I can use. Yeah. You wouldn't have the guts to roll after you got 6.4 on the 4th. I wouldn't have guts to roll even after these two the first two stats already. You're desperate for a usable echo. Desperation can drive people to some places. Your desperate gamble paid off. But not everyone would have this kind of luck. So congratulations to you. Insane piece. This one, 3-5, alright. Not bad. Actually pretty good. Pretty high crit. And pretty good heavy attack damage bonus as well. You can get away with one missing crit rate among all your things here. Although to be fair, you have like pretty low crit rate over here and missing crit rate over here already. So it becomes harder. And oh Jesus, 4-5, maybe 4.5, no 4.3 out of 5 because this is second lowest attack. So if you're missing 2 crit rates, right, I would actually say that maybe and just maybe you want to, when you can build more characters, not more characters, when you can build more echoes and you come when you come back to Zenny, you probably want to get crit rate on these pieces because Shawkeeper can't go onto every team. So you also gotta like think where you want your Shawkeeper to be at. So in teams with Shawkeeper, you can afford to go. You can afford to miss out a little bit more crit rate for more crit damage. But on teams where you don't have Shawkeeper, you gotta make sure that you hit that crit rate. Otherwise, it's going to really hurt your damage when you don't crit. After all, 285 times 0 is 0. cosmetic. It becomes cosmetic. R1, nice. Wow, you even level the intro. Wow, okay. S0 R1, perfect. Phoebe. I'm guessing Phoebe will be on Moonlit. Cosmic Ripples. You glue your SK to Zenny 89% of the time. Okay, then I guess fair enough. Moonlit 2-5, 3-5, okay. What the shit? Why is your Moonlit stats looking... this this Echo looking better than your Zenny's one? It's always the supports, I swear. Okay, 3-5, 2-5. Not gonna comment too much about Moonlit. You won't be doing too much damage with Moonlit Confession Phoebe anyways, so that's perfectly fine. Intro skill, I would say that maybe you wanna increase the intro skill to level 6, because intro skill is gonna do a little bit of damage, even though they are not like doing a lot of damage, it's still going to do a bit of damage. So if you're like lacking that bit, honestly, to level 6 will do. Do you still use Xiang Li Yao? Probably not. But I would say that his stats are not bad. Oh wow. Wow. 4-5. Beautiful piece. 3-5. Beautiful piece. 4-5. Beautiful piece. 4-5. Beautiful piece. 3-5. Beautiful piece. Your Xiang Li Yao echoes are freaking beautiful. In fact, it looks better than your Kalata... Not Kalata, than your Kartetia's echoes. Wow. Impressive. This is a very solid Xiang Li Yao. Okay, to Jinxi. I see. Augusta has stolen Jinxi's signature weapon. Okay, so we add that 24% on top of this. We get 47 plus 20, 67 plus 4, 71, 71 plus another 0.3, 71.5%. 71.5% Jinxi. Okay, not bad. 3-5. Okay. 3-5. Okay. 3-5 without a crit. Okay. Ooh, 4-5. And ooh, 2-5. Okay, so for Jinxi, you probably you want to replace this one first. This one you can keep. Jinxi uses a lot of resonance skill and resonance liberation. This one, if only you didn't continue rolling, then we wouldn't need to face this issue of a freaking 21% crit damage staring right in our faces. I would say probably like replace this one. Then the rest you can keep it as it is. But if you ever do find yourself needing more crit rate, you are going to have to give up on this 21% crit damage, which is, I know, very unfortunate. But otherwise, your crit rate roll here is very high. Your crit rate roll here is also very high. You have no crit rate here, which is the one like hurting your crit rate. And then this one is just the odd one out, the imposter. 200% energy regen, okay, perfectly fine. Variation. You've got quite a few variations below here. Are you going to keep them for someone else, or are you going to syntonize and get one of your variations to R5? Or do you have like some weird plan that you want to do, like maybe R3, R2? I can see that Cruise Wing is back in business again. Saving in case you need it. Unless Wuwa ever decides to be an S and be like, okay, we've decided to add one more wave in Infinite Torrents, then it requires you to have 3 teams, just like maybe in Tower now. Otherwise, because you can swap the weapons, you can share the weapons in Tower, so Tower is not an issue. It only becomes an issue in Wuwa, where you have to share between 2 teams. So unless you're telling me you're gonna put maybe Verena, Shopkeeper, and another Rectifier user in the same team, and all of them are supports and they are going to use like variations all the way, I don't really see that happening, but okay, you do you. I'm not gonna question it too much. Attack, sure, energy, attack. Oh wow, Verena just full on attack with that 1 energy. Okay, fair enough. Ooh, S2 Verena, that's her power, that's her strong power spike right here. Infinite healing technique. Infinite healing technique but no damage. I've tried that before, but if you have no damage, then it's infinite thunderstorm that tickles the enemy. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure that's gonna even do anything. It's just funny to watch. Havoc Rover, I guess at one point in time Havoc Rover was king. Now it's just like kinda okay. 3-5, 2-5, 2-5, 2-5, 3-5. Alright. I don't think anyone really uses Havoc Rover now unless it's a new account or my cursed account, the healing resonators only challenge. Dungeon. Ooh, Moonlit Dungeon. Yep. I wouldn't comment too much about Moonlit. This one's pretty good. But why do you need energy regen on dungeon? I don't think you really need energy regen on dungeon, but okay. I guess maybe she's a placeholder. And now on to Changli. Changli. I guess they're just sharing the weapon if you ever do use Changli, but since she's at level 80, I don't think you really use her anymore. So probably we won't talk too much about her. 3-3-5. This is actually 4-5 actually. This is a pretty good piece. 3-5. 3-5. What the? Jeez. I think you can just throw this away if you ever do want to grab this echo off from Changli. Like throw this away. 12.6, 6.3. Screw it. Throw this echo away. Oh, now this is what we are talking. 5-5. Beautiful, beautiful piece right here. 5-5. I see. Your Charlie is a work in progress. You might want more crit rates. Probably redo this one so that you can get crit rate. Then also throw this one away. This one's beautiful. This one's also pretty beautiful. Max roll crit rate, high roll crit damage, energy regen attack. You don't get these often. And this one probably only like redo it only when you have no one else left to build. Yeah. And I think the first thing you wanna max out is the Resonance Liberation, followed by 40 Circuit. Pretty much it for Changli. And Augusta. Augusta will also be a work in progress. Ages of Harvest. I don't think you have anything here for Augusta yet. Okay. Yep. For Augusta, just keep in mind that you wanna level up your Resonance Liberation first, because that's where the bulk of her damage is at. And the Forte Circuit as well. Okay, for the rest, I don't think we really need to take a look. They should all be work in progresses. Why is Brant unraised in your account? Why is Brant so neglected? Did you like accidentally pull Brant and you're just like, nope, I don't want to use Brant? Yeah, the rest, nothing much left. Okay. Yeah, you had a Brant. He's right there. What do you mean what? When? Did someone help you pull or something? And then you totally forgot? You don't remember getting him. I see. You thought you failed on pulling his banner. Well, surprise, surprise. For some reason you have Brant, and you've never known. Okay, so now we shall do power first before we head on to Wuwa. Well, let's check the left towers. The left towers have one Verena. The right towers have one Verena. The middle tower has pretty interesting team. Okay. Maybe we want to free up Verena if possible. So let's see if we can free up Verena. Maybe we can free up Verena over here. And to free up Verena, what we're gonna do is we are going to replace Verena with someone else. I haven't really played with Yindin because I do not have Yindin on my account. So my Yindin rotation is going to be quite scuffed. But whatever. You know what? I'm just gonna try without Verena first. Your Yindin doesn't have echoes. Right, I nearly forgot. Okay, steal from Phoebe for now. What is art of theft? Really? Art of theft. You know what? I'm not gonna question why we have two volumes of the same thing. I'm just gonna randomly take the moonlit off from dungeon. Let's try it like this first.
痛みつけてほしい。そろそろ終わりね。これで私が諦める。分解。
You named it like that because they all keep stealing from each other.
確実に分解。僕が全て解き明かす。見えた。再構築。どこを見ている？こいつ。再構築。つまらないわ。条件は揃った。飽きたわ。さようなら。さあ確実に分解。脳をかける星々よ。見えた。再構築。見えた。再構築。条件どこを見ている？剣士出番。同一。逃げられると思うの？そろそろ終わりね。
No, they're non-crits.
じゃこ確実にこれが僕の真理だ。見えた。
There's a whole series of non-crits that if I've ever seen one.
見えた。条件どこを見ている？ご退場願おう。同一。飽きたわ。さようなら。さあ確実に行くわ。分解。脳をかける星々よ。
This Indian Xiangliao quick swap. You pretty much want to quick swap in between when Xiangliao does not have Indian's buff. Then when Xiangliao has Indian's buff, you just want to make sure that Xiangliao gets the full buff of Indian's buff. So you notice how when my Indian outro to Xiangliao, I ensure that his ulti is ready. So I ulti, then do like around 3 enhanced skills of Xiangliao before I swap off to Yindian's and Xiangliao. Basically, Yindian has very long skills in a follow-up skill, and the heavy attack where she does all that chain lightning down. So you can make use of those animations to do your quick swaps with Xiangliao and Yindian. I can also try to free up Verena over here. I may need to use Carlotta. Okay, so the quick swap for Zenny is a lot more difficult, but how you want to try doing is when Phoebe does her confession state, you can swap out to another character, or when she does the confession state, you use the confession ulti to cancel the confession, then do the laser beam attack before you swap off to another character. So Zenny like 1, 2, 3, and so you do the confession and do ulti, heal to freeze them, and then when she does the yeah, something like no, I didn't want to get my outro there. I should have used the heavy attack right away. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So when you see that, so when you come in, instantly straight to. And now then you swing, swing, swing.
これがモンテリの挨拶です。無駄だな。茨の道だとしても。
Yeah. Hecate is so annoying.
この手に。これで終わり。モンテリの名にかけて。これはだ。任せたよ。新光の結晶よ。恩寵をお分けください。
I'll have to stop you right
こ
there.
れが最初の祝福。もろい。いつまでもグズグズしてはいられない。
One, two, three, boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, they're too strong. I severely underestimated Zenny's power, but then again, this fourth floor is really specific for Zenny and Phoebe. All right, now we have freed up the healers. We can do something much more interesting here. Okay, so how the third floor and fourth floor works is that the longer you stay in the battle, the more damage you do, and heavy attack damage bonus is increased. So clearly this is for Augusta, but if you do not have Augusta, you can try to use Zenny because heavy attack damage bonus, or DPS Phoebe, or maybe Jian. Honestly, who uses Jian nowadays? I don't remember who else uses heavy attack damage bonus, but those are the ones that I can think off the top of my head. But what's more important here is that casting your ult grants you a shield. So when you are shielded, you take 10% less damage, you do more damage for 6 seconds, and enemies do not have that extra damage mitigation. So it's very important for you to keep in mind that, like, when you want to do your big hits and you perhaps already have taken a few hits here and there, then you want to make sure that you ult first before you do your big hits. For example, like Jinxi's ult before her dragon's puke to better utilize this. They have 6-6. So we can potentially use Zenny and Phoebe in the last stage. So we shall do this one with Carthatia, Chacona, and Verena. Then we change Verena's echo around like this. Make sure Bellbond is being used. And then we shall start the challenge. Okay, so your opening rotation, Carthatia, boom, like this to grab everyone together. Then Chacona 1, and then 2, and then summoning Verena. Then Verena now triggered Chacona's 40 and ulti, then 2, Carthatia. This is the proper rotation. I don't like dealing with against the rage of the statues. They are a pain in the ass to deal with. I think I know when you can use Chacona's echo already. No, Chacona, I don't want you to do the side swipe. I want you to enter that, whatever that thing is. That your cast of heavy forte, yes. But if Chacona out but not enough concerto, then well, if your out is only like left like one like just one bit more, you can do the tap. The tap will also help you generate a bit of concerto. Introvert golem, probably. Do I have to waste my ult on this tiger? I kind of don't want to waste my ult on this tiger. Get out of here already, Jesus.
罪の共に戦おう。高波よ、天地を切り開け。ご清聴ありがとう。百聞は一見にしかず。日向ぼっこの時間ですよ。ご清聴ありがとう。
Ulti in the beginning ripped it.
この詩をフィナーレに捧げよう。
Not really.
真の姿、ここに権限する。汚れを払え。滅びを告げる。クリコ。
More of like if you didn't do her forte, then it would break the rotation. ご清聴ありがとう。百聞は一見にしかずだね。お見せします。ご清聴ありがとう。開演の時間だ。潰れなさい。しじま。 Okay, this is gonna be very close. I have to charge up this thing very fast. Oh no. Okay. A little bit. Okay, I need to be a little bit faster with my rotations. Yeah, it's 150 seconds. It was already like 150 seconds. Oh my goodness. I would much rather deal with the Light Crusher than these rage against the statues. Yeah. Bruh, so annoying. Okay, we shall restart this. This one was not it. Single-handedly saving you. I haven't saved this just yet. Not yet. Oh my god. Oh, I hate them so much. Like, bro, chill out with the freaking rock, with the freaking trolls, man. Okay, so I need to defeat this Light Crusher by 3 minutes 30 seconds, which is very possible. So we do not use the skill in that round of rotation. We only use Chakona's skill as she comes in because we want to cancel that her side dash before she does her E. Anyways, damn overgrown cat, sit down, stop it. Oh my god. Stop scratching, you're scratching nothing. Sit down, you oversized cat. Okay, we are very much on time this time round. And you know what? This is very beautiful because Kaltetia did a lot of crits this time round. Yeah. That was a very dangerous move. Oh my goodness me. and just like that, the bell buff is gone. Love it. Love it when that happens, man. Just absolutely love it when that happens.
後は役年だ。だからこの一振りで悪を滅ぼそう。
I'm literally playing with fire in this rotation because there are many things that could have gone wrong over there, but sometimes it's a risk that you gotta take.
開演の時間だ。
Oh,
潰れなさい。神の本真の姿。ここに権
okay,
限する。
we got a bit more time.
罪の浄化。打点する体び。謝罪。チルガイ。
Ah, yeah. 30 milliseconds off. We gotta try that again. We gotta try that again. You know what? In fact, I'm not gonna do it with Farina. In fact, I'm just gonna do it with Rover. I'm gonna change it to Hero Rover. So for Rover, when you wanna like do your quick swaps with Rover, you want to make sure that Chekona lands on the ground. So something like start with Kartetia. Okay, when Kartetia hits the ground, 1, 2, Kartetia hits the ground. 1, 1, 2, Kartetia hits the ground.
完璧です。
Ah,
悪を切り裂け。
okay.
悪用はこの手で裁く。
But just a little bit more. Okay.
この詩をフィナーレに捧げよう。崩れなさい。真の姿。ここに権限する。
Okay, come closer to me.
謝罪。破滅の一撃。打点。
And then we start building Rovers.
高波よ。
Start building Rovers.
天地を切り開け。
I think Concerto a little bit now.
逃がしません。
風よ巻き起これ。
完璧なフィナーレ。ややは。百分は一見。
甘い潮祭よ。すべてを裁け。
And then we press on the Echo. Ouch.
悪行は
Sit down, you oversized mutt.
これが運命のアンサンブル。滅びなさい。神の本庁と縮まで。悔い改めろ。汚れを払え。
風が今
1, 2. And then Bloodless down. 1, 2. And then Bloodless.
潮風よ。吹き荒れろ。
Pew. Oh.
悪行はこの手で裁く。
百分は一見にしかずだね。神の本庁。
嵐よ俺に力を。聞いてみよう。
ご清聴ありがとう。ポリポリ。開演の時間だ。
Boom.
潰れなさい。
And we are in much better
この身を
much
包め。
better place because we actually have
風が今
打点する
波とな
体び。共に立つこの一振りで悪を滅ぼそう。
we have 6 erosion stacks, which means a whole lot more damage. And how about you stop attacking me and let me attack you instead?
悪行はこの手で裁く。風よ悪を切り裂け。聞いてみよう。
完璧。ご清聴ありがとう。
Okay, this is it.
こ
This
れ
is
が
it.
運命のアンサンブ
We
ル。
have enough damage.
崩れなさい。神の本庁。縮まれ。悔い改めろ。
1, 2, point, rover, slash slash.
救済。終止符を打とう。
悪行はこの手で裁く。
Okay. There. Done. All done. Bye! Get out of here. Get out of here. Is it better to max out one team or build another one? I would say it's better to max out one one DPS before you move on to building another DPS. Then come back to the first team, build the sub DPS, and go to the second team, build the sub DPS. Then finally build the supports. And then once you have like you are able to clear the 2 side towers, then probably you should then move on to building your third DPS, because you're going to need to clear the middle tower as well.
任せたよ。神罰です。心配中。アド、アスト。
Midnight Dungeon Auto.
最終のご加護。や、光の結晶よ。
Jesus
恩寵をお与えくだ
Christ.
さい。これが
切り裂く。
最終の祝福です。
Should Camilla use crit rate or crit damage?
まとめてこい。
If you can't crit, then you should use like if Camilla can't crit, then you should use crit
この身をもって
rate
誓いを
instead.
なす。
Because I would say that crit rate is arguably more important than crit
星の歌よ。
damage.
入力。最終のご加護。これが最終の祝福です。
任せて。いつまでもグズグズしてはいられない。やっ。
すべてを照らす光よ。
Down you go, Jesus Christ.
対の地位を
Even in
告げ
death,
る。
this guy is still blocking me.
神聖を授ける。
It's always the bots.
最終のご加護。悔い改めてください。答えてください。これが最終の祝福です。
少し遊んでやろう。
I'm gonna remove the bot later.
救済をもたらす。青い鳥
Be
よ。
gone, foul bot.
神よ、どうか私の声を。
邪魔だ。どけ。来い。血とかせ。
これが心。アド、アスト。手入力。最終のご加護を。や。これが最終の祝福です。浄化の光の結晶よ。恩寵をお与えください。
もろい。
インペラトルの名において。
いつまでもグズグズしてはいられない。来い。
Okay. GG's. Let's return to the tower. And we're done. Thank you so much, Doggone. I make your worries gone. Well, that's amazing. Your worries are now gone. You can get your airstrikes again. Alright, Whimpering Waves. I would say Kartathia is not that strong in Whimpering Waves despite her boss capabilities, because you need Chakona to stack up. And even with Chakona, I can only do up to 4,000 with my Kartathia team. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's that easy. Also another important thing to note is Danny Phoebe team probably don't want to use this since it's for Augusta, and you know how this token works is that when the active resonator gain the shield, so for Augusta and it's basically through their basic attacks, their skill cast, your resonators here don't really gain any shield, so they are not able to use this first half of the token, which helps them generate embers really quickly. Instead, you might probably want to use Plunderer's Captain Seal, and this one is when you have Proloba, then it will be very good. But
ご清聴ありがとう。本ちゃん、そう100花よ。は一見にしかずだね。お見せし。これが運命のアンサンブル。滅びなさい。やっ。神罰。 の姿ここに権限する。罪の浄化滅びを告げる振り子。日向ぼっこの時間ですよ。さしろ潮風よ吹き荒れろ。手柄を払いましょう。ご清聴ありがとう。百聞は一見にしかずだね。プレリュードこの詩をフィナーレに捧げよう。潰れなさい神の本地島で悔い改めろ。なかなか手強い昨年だ。滅びをつ進化をお見せする。謝罪高波よ天地を切り開け。今日は沈みなさい。ご清聴ありがとう。百聞は痛いの飛んでけ。ご清聴ありがとう。やだこれが運命のアンサンブル。崩れなさい神海よ。この身を包め神速分滅。汚れを払え打変する荒波。破滅の一撃進化をお見せします。終止符を潮風よ吹き荒れろ。
What the heck was that?
ご清聴ありがとう。百聞は一見にしかずだね。開演の時間だ。滅びなさい神の恩寵。縮まる悔い改めろ。最多断罪の大波よ。救済新日向ぼっこの時間ですよ。風よ集え。
Okay, we are definitely having enough points for 2.5k. Now just to see how far we can push this.
ご清聴ありがとう。
2.59. So I need to get 2,000 for the last wave. Not last wave, second half. Shouldn't be impossible. Okay, let's go then.
答えてください。ほってアドアスト入力採取のご加護。これが採取の祝福です。悔い改めてください。救済をもたらす青い鳥よ。インペラトルの名において
任せて少し遊んでやろう。
やっ破壊。
借りは必ず返す。
Yo, why was my Zenny stuck in that animation over there? That was interesting.
対の地入りを告げる。で答えてください。焼却神聖を授ける。入力採取のご加護。これが採取の祝福です。はっそれ神よどうか私の声を。
もうすぐ退勤時間だ。まとめてこい。
神罰です。この身をも
の無駄だな。
誓いをなす。星の歌よ。
Gonna roll. Okay, nice.
採取のご加護。
1, 2, 3.
痛
Yeah.
くありません。光の結晶よ。恩寵をお与えください。これが
切り裂く。
採取の祝福です。
任せてよ。いつまでもグズグズしてはいられない。
さ浄化の光やついの地入りを告げる
報告書を作成しなくては。
アドアストニュール最初のご加護
任せたよ。
やったこれが最初の祝福です救済
Oh, wrong rotation at the end. No.
少し遊んで
Let's get the slow mo. Oh, no slow mo. Okay, fine.
どうかは血の声を
Okay. All right, we got SS. Pretty a pretty good result if I say so. GG's. I think the most important thing to take away from the Zenny PV team, right, is that so basically one thing to note for Phoebe, right? After you do the confession and you cancel, you can actually do this. So 1, 2, and at the laser, swap her out. So you see after the laser, right? My skill comes back in with it's my heavy attack comes back in enhanced. So I can do this, and then maybe like swap out to another one, then come back in again, and 1, 2, 3, swap back to Shopkeeper, do her thing, and like this, and then by then you will probably have almost fully charged your concerto. So halfway through, when after like, well, we are doing all that quick swap in between, so like 1, 2, 3, Shopkeeper, and then after you do the heavy, you can do the Herald. And then, so that means that within your next concerto, when it's full and you go swap into Zenny, you also receive that Herald buff on top of whatever your PB is like doing here, and then Zenny, and then you can start swinging away. So when you see this thing being enhanced and highlighted, while she does this 1, 2, 3 pump, that's your cue to swap to Phoebe, maybe do her confession state, Shopkeeper to do her do her basic attacks and get her black hole out. So I guess that's the very initial part where you can try to quick swap. And for the rest of you watching, hope you've learned something as well. Happy gaming, Rovers, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.